hello. How's everyone? What? We're on the wrong scene. Fuck. Already scuffed. Hang on a sec. I always forget to change my Stream Deck profile. Okay, we're good. How is everyone? Baby, thank you so much for the raid. Sorry I was still on my starting soon screen. I hope your stream was good, even though you said you had some issues at the end. I got a vape today to help you quit smoking. Ah, well I hope it helps. Alright, who's here? Danny, congrats on first. Bumfluff, hello. Nova, hello. Weeby, yes, hello. Don't think I've missed anyone. The chat's kind of long. If I've missed anyone, show yourself. You had a pack of smokes to help you quit vaping. Bumfluff. Alright. Sorry, I'm really tired today, so it might be a short stream. We'll see how we go. I've stopped yawning, but like earlier, like an hour ago, I was like yawning every like minute. So, I don't know. I'm feeling very tired. But we'll see how we go. Get some pre-workout in me. Why? For energy? Meth in a drink. Well, I've already had a V today and I've had a Diet Coke, so it's just kind of like, I don't know. Sleep pattern was a bit fucked. 5 coffee in 1 drink. No, thank you. V. Alright, where's my audio? Let's see. There we go. Alright. I hope it saved. I hope that's 3 hours 20 and not 3 minutes 20. Okay. Oh my god, I can't remember what we're doing in this. Oh. Oh, well, I started that one. Once inside the building, he avoided the elevator in favor of rushing up the stairs. Wait, no, I don't want this one. We've done this one, haven't we? Oh god. No, that's not it. How do I get out? Triangle. Okay, here we go. This is what I was looking for. It uses a controller. Oh, mega wide. Whoa. Yeah, I finally added alerts for it. I can finally see when people redeem shit. Alright. Well, we've not done this one yet. Okay, it looks like it saved us where we were. Mega wide this early? Yes. Holy shit. Mega enough for you. It does not stack. It's as wide as I go. Alright, we'll start Connor. Pet the taxi. Thank you for the pets. Oh no, my pet isn't wide. It used to be, or maybe on another scene. There we go. Thank you for the pets. Alright. Let's start this one. Wait, I'm on the wrong screen. There we go. Yeah, I was unsure about streaming because if I'm so tired, I don't know how well I'm gonna last just reading things out, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll go as long as I can. As he wandered through the back alleys, Kana gritted his teeth. Going after the guy on the bike had been a bad judgment call. By the time he got back up onto the pedestrian overpass, the man who'd thrown the attaché... I can't remember how to pronounce that anymore. You legit wondered if Taxi will cancel because of... Oh! No. Attaché. Okay. Attaché case was almost out of sight. Kano prided himself on being fleet of foot, but he knew even he would never catch the guy before he disappeared. He'd followed the culprit as far as the alleys, but there he'd lost him completely. All he could do now was hope one of his colleagues caught the man on the motorcycle. I find it really hard to read big letters. I don't know if it's anyone else, but like I feel like you know when you like skim read things and you don't read the whole word, but when it's so big, you can't do that. So I'm kind of like reading individual words, if that makes sense. I find this quite hard to read. I imagine it's because, yeah, it was probably for a TV. So you're probably sitting back watching it, but when it's on your monitor in front of you, it's so big. Kizei's voice crackled through the earpiece. Mobile Command Center calling all units. The suspect on the motorcycle has handed off the case to an accomplice in Miyashita Park, another foreigner. For real? Kano muttered. One thing immediately struck him as strange. Why hand the case off to someone else at all? Why not just escape on the bike? The man with the motorcycle dumped the bike and fled on foot. We've retrieved the bike and ran the plate, and we've determined it was a stolen vehicle. How do I view these again? Oh, that's not it. There we go. The advanced police communication system is carefully maintained by using the digital wireless systems in their patrol cars. Officers are able to directly access the station's computer network, allowing them to quickly check to see if an individual is on the wanted list or if a vehicle is stolen. Very cool. We still don't have enough details to positively ID the suspect. The suspect now carrying the attaché, yeah, case is headed through Dogenzaka, also on foot. We've got him under observation. Dogenzaka, huh? That wasn't too far from where Kano is now. It looks like we're dealing with a foreign crime syndicate that's familiar with Shibuya. All units head to Dogenzaka. But do not, I repeat, do not attempt to apprehend the suspect with the case. Let's see where he goes. Kano nodded to himself. Without knowing more about the crook's MO, letting this guy go for now was probably the only right call. That's right, so this all started because there was a kidnapping? That's right, I almost forgot all about that. I just want you all to know one last thing. Kuzei's tone grew more solemn. Whatever happens, I know I can count on each and every one of you. Don't disappoint me. Over and out. Kano had the unsettling feeling that the message had been meant for him. Right, it's now or never. The sudden appearance of this syndicate, and its bizarre actions were rapidly moving things beyond the jurisdiction of both the MPD and the local police. Mustering his resolve, Kano headed for Dogenzaka. Alright, that's probably enough wide taxi. There we go. Alright, Kano pulled his cell phone out of his pocket. It was Rumi calling. She knew full well he wasn't supposed to take private calls while he was working on a case. Maybe it was an emergency? He decided to pick it up. Wish she had a flip phone. I still have my flip phone. Yeah, I legit, it doesn't have much on it actually, but I took a photo with it like last year or the year before because it's actually really funny. So on the WoW, there's like a WoW Facebook group that I was a part of, and I think there was like some mount that they were giving out at one point. So like everyone was taking photo well, everyone was showing off like, oh, I got my mount kind of thing on the group. And it was just every single day there was more posts. Like not even like a thread of it. There wasn't a thread of posts. It was just individual posts spamming it. Just hundreds a day kind of thing. And so everyone was like getting upset because people were taking pictures of their monitors instead of screenshots, which is a big thing on like those Facebook groups, everyone's like, why don't you just use the print screen button? And everyone's like, it's easier on my phone. It's like, okay. And so I took a photo on my flip phone from like fucking, I don't know, 2006 or whatever it was from. I took a photo on my flip phone and then took a photo of that phone's photo. So like it's a photo of my phone with like my flip phone with the photo of the mount on it. And I made this post saying like, oh my god, guys, look, I got the mount. And like it got like hundreds of likes. And people really liked it. So I thought that was really funny because it was just the most ridiculous idea I ever had. Yeah, everyone was very impressed, going like, oh my god, you still have a phone and it still works. I think that's like one of my most proud moments of just, yeah, like ridiculous idea that I went through with. Yeah, I think that was like the last time I got my phone out to like charge it and made this joke. Hey Minska, how are you? No, Nova. Thank you for deleting that. You're not allowed to do that in the chat, Nova. The effort you went to getting the phone working, didn't you need a SIM? Oh yeah, I did need a SIM. Yeah, so I couldn't access anything on my phone without a SIM. And I had an old SIM. And like, it didn't matter if it was like an active SIM card or not. I had an old SIM, but I only had like one of those mini SIMs that they have now. But because it was so old, you needed a full-size SIM card. So what I had to do, I think I actually cut out this piece of cardboard or something, with a hole in it to fit the mini SIM in the right position of a big SIM card, so I could slide it into the SIM card slot. And so like I went to so much effort to get this stupid photo. Yeah, that'd work. It did work, actually. It's just because it's like behind the battery, the SIM card. Oh, and hey Bagel Crust, how are you? It's like behind the battery, and to slide it in, you kind of have to push it like against the back of the phone. Like, it's not like ones that like pop out like most modern phones have. It was like you slid it in with the chip against the back of the phone. So yeah, you just kind of had to have something to be able to slide it and keep it in position. So yeah, I just used a bit of cardboard or something. I forgot how much it went through to get it working. Yeah, no, that was so funny. I'll see if I can find the photo of it. It's probably saved somewhere. All right, back to it. Rumi, I'm sorry. Are you in the middle of something right now? Kind of. Is it an emergency? Well, yeah. So I'm in Shibuya right now, and Shibuya? Why did she have to be in Shibuya now of all times? So, my father came down from Nagano all of a sudden. What? Rumi's father, Shizuo, had been staunchly opposed to the two of them getting married. Kano had visited his home many times, but the man had never even... I don't even know how to pronounce that. I don't know. Bumfluff, help! You remember when batteries were detachable? Yeah, yeah. So you took the battery off and then put the SIM card on, then put the battery back on. Deigned? Deigned? Really? Okay, deigned to meet him. I've never heard that. Yeah, he told me to tell you he wants to meet with you. What now? Kano blurted the words out, with more alarm than he intended. What is this music? Than he intended. I told him you were busy working, but he said he'd wait. This can't be happening, Kano whimpered to himself. I'm sorry, I know he can be demanding. That's not the issue. Her dad offering to wait made it harder for him to refuse. Alright, Kano said. Your parents are never meeting anyone you date. Alright, Kano said, but I still have to call you back later, okay? I really am sorry. I'll be in a cafe called Loltrek? It's by the train station. Rumi hung up. Dane, past tense. Deigned, past principle. Deigned do something that one considers to be beneath one's dignity. Okay, I don't think I've heard that used before. I guess if I did hear it, it was probably in a context that I understood, so like I didn't take the word in. I don't know. For a long moment, Kano stood in a daze staring at his phone, as if keeping up with the case wasn't stressful enough. How much dignity do you have to spend on Bum's channel for it to be beneath me? At last he stumbled into motion, but even as he scouted Dorganzaka for any sign of the criminal, his mind remained fixed on the meeting with Rumi's dad. There was no way of knowing when he'd be done with his casework today. But could he really pass up on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get her father's approval for her hand in marriage? Once in a lifetime, odds are that this will not be the only once-in-a-lifetime experience Detective Kano winds up having today. Okay. Maybe he could slip away, but just a bit. It sounds like a bad idea. There were plenty of detectives still tailing the suspect. Taking 15 minutes or so to meet with Shizuo wouldn't be such a big deal, would it? Oh, okay, we get options. Whoa. Okay, this is my big chance. I should go meet with Rumi and Shizuo while I can. No, right now I've got a job to focus on. Well, I think because it's such an important job and you're chasing a criminal, you should probably finish your job. No, right now I've got a job to focus on. Kano shook his head to clear out the foolish impulses. What the heck had he been thinking? A girl's life was on the line. Marrying Rumi was more important to him than anything, but now wasn't the time. Besides, now that he thought about it, running out on a criminal investigation to meet with the old man probably wasn't going to score him any points. Rumi's dad didn't strike him as someone who'd approve of shirking one's responsibilities. Kano would just have to wrap up this kidnapping case a little ahead of schedule, then he could have a proper sit down with Shizuo. It's Rumi. Oh. Yeah, I guess it sounds pretty similar. As he considered his plan, he caught sight of the man with the attaché case walking by. Whoa, there he fucking is. Further up along Dorganzaka was the direction the pup was heading. Where Yamate Dori joined Route 246. Maybe the guy was planning to meet up with a getaway car. No, wait, hold on. If that were the plan, why would the gang have ditched the motorcycle earlier? Kano started tailing the man, racking his brain all the while, and the suspect turned down a narrow side road. He wasn't heading toward Yamate Dori or Route 246 at all, but back towards Shibuya Station. What in the world was going on? It was just starting to feel like the crooks were just messing with the investigation team. Kano radioed Kuze on the wireless. Police wireless system is digital in order to make transmission the more difficult to intercept. There are several different channels available, including the basic local channel, a common channel for contracting other nearby patrol cars, channels assigned to specific precincts, action update channels for riot squads, and so on. There's also a separate channel specifically for kidnapping cases, not on the standard wavelengths. Okay. Sorry, I don't think there's any point in seeing where this guy leads us anymore. That's not your call to make. Keep watching him. Sir, this is a waste of time. That girl might be in danger if... Kano's argument was cut short as he saw the man hand off the attaché case to yet another foreigner. Again? How many times were these criminals going to pull this trick? The detectives broke into two groups to follow both of the men. Apparently every foreigner is suspicious in this game so far. Why are there so many criminal foreigners? Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Kano followed the man with the attaché case, who eventually led him back to the area around Shibuya Station. Rumi and Shizuo should be waiting in a nearby cafe right now. Kano tried to remember the name. That's right, it was called Lautrec. The name of the cafe where the college student Ryoko Kakinuma works as a waitress, named after 19th century French painter Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec. He created numerous works including many posters, book illustrations, and book covers, which are highly regarded in the art world. Never heard of him. Is the Yoko Kakinuma, is that the woman that that young guy saved in that one chapter? The guy didn't know good. He kept an eye out for a place that by that name as he tailed the target. Before long, he did spot the cafe. Its large plate glass window offered a view of the cozy interior. The sign out front read Lautrec. Lautrec? Looked like this was the place. The man with the case was at the intersection, waiting for the light to change. Kano took the opportunity to peer inside. He spotted Rumi right away. She was facing away from him. So the man seated across from her must be her father. Kano realized he'd never even seen a picture of him. Shizuo grew organic produce up in Nagano nowadays, but until 2 years ago, he'd been a detective with the investigation division. MPD investigative division responsible for handling crimes such as murder, kidnapping, and arson that take place within the Tokyo metropolis. Truly exceptional officers are assigned to this division. They are regularly dispatched to various regional task forces to aid in investigations, where their talent and experience often prove critical. The position of section chief is traditionally given only to dedicated personnel with well-versed with crime scenes and organizational administration. That had so many long words. Ugh. Rumi looked up to her father for his distinguished police career and always spoke quite highly of him. Kano had figured that if he became a policeman, Rumi might appreciate that. It was this simple impulse that had led him to join the force. He had also figured that public servants could stay afloat even in times of recession, and that his physical training would serve him well in such a line of work. Once he was a policeman, he thought he could approach Shizuo with his head held high and ask for his blessing in marrying his daughter. But after Rumi graduated from university, Shizuo had up and retired from police work. Even Rumi didn't know why he made the decision. Kano had travelled to Nagano many times to ask Shizuo for permission to marry her. The only response he ever gotten was, "I'm not giving away my daughter to any cop." Kano had never even gotten past the intercom before her father turned him away. Years on the force had nearly made Kano lose sight of what he had driven him to become a policeman in the first place, and now the chance to meet Shizuo face to face had finally come. He peered intently into the cafe. Across from Rumi sat an older man with a grim expression. Dum dum. Her dad a Yakuza? I don't think so. Just who is this hard-faced fellow? It took a lot to rattle Kano, but the guy looked scary. Could this really be sweet little Rumi's father? The prospect of meeting with him later filled Kano with sudden dread. I don't know, I think he looks nice. The man went to the JR Shibuya station and stood before the ticket machine. It looked like he was planning on boarding a train. A scene from a popular movie about a kidnapping sprang into Kano's mind, where the crook had made off with the ransom money after it was tossed out the window of a train. What if this guy managed to get outside the dragnet and pull a stunt like that? It looks like the suspect is going to board a train. Kano informed Kuze over the wireless. Make sure you stay on his tail. Apparently Kuze still wanted to string along the perp for a bit. We've got the lizards ready to pursue. Lizards? Japanese police lingo for motorcycle squads deployed to pursue suspects in urban settings. Okay. We'll re-establish our dragnet around whatever station he gets off at. The man purchased a ticket from the machine and passed through the gate. There was no way to tell what station he'd bought a ticket for, but it looked like he was heading clockwise along the Yamanote line loop. Back on your computer? Nice. I hope it's working better now. Kano used his prepaid card and made his way through the ticket gate as well. Officers do not actually get free rides on public transportation simply by flashing their badges, as frequently depicted in TV shows and films. Doing so might risk alerting the suspect. For this reason, prepaid cards are provided ahead of time. Whoa. An announcement chime signaled imminent arrival of a train upon the platform. The man made his way up the stairs, looking calm and composed. He showed no sign of checking for pursuers. Connor hurried after him. The men stopped at the very edge of the platform to await the train. VC face is working again? Nice. Not ideal. There was no way for Kano to get close without sticking out like a sore thumb. The train glided up to the platform. The man gave a quick look around as he stepped aboard. Kano followed. The trains on the Yamanote line didn't stop for long, and soon they were on their way. Then they're on their way, yeah. Glancing around, Kano noticed the MPD investigators who had slipped aboard the train as well. The suspect stood behind the driver's compartment, staring contemplatively at the scenery outside. The man's composure only served to rattle Kano more. A man in a gaudy necktie walked past Kano, talking on his cell phone. Yes, everything's going fine on this end, he said. There's no need to worry. In his other hand, he carried the same sort of attaché case as the man they were tailing. He headed right towards the driver's compartment and stood next to the suspect. Oh, now that's not suspicious. Hey Dino, how are you? Wish we had Japan's trains? Yeah. Time to test out OBS. Hey Deuce Momoda, how are you? Is it to do with the programs running while you're live? Because like sometimes when you go live, that uses a lot of resources. So the programs might run okay now, but then as soon as you click go live, they might be bogging it down a little. I don't know. I don't really have any tips. Oh, that guy, you don't remember him showing up here? Ah. Well, now that's not suspicious. Kano leaned his head subtly, straining to make out what he could of the phone conversation at the other end of the car. Yes, of course. 225 pages, all fully proofread. 225? Article 225 of the penal of the Penal Code of Japan details kidnapping for profit and kidnapping for ransom accordingly. 225 is the police shorthand for kidnapping. I'm good, and you? Yeah, I'm doing good. VTubing is for rich people only. No, it's not. It's just, VTubing uses a lot of resources. Unplugging and replugging things broken. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of people, do like, they call it PNG tubing. So it's just an image instead of an actual model because a lot of people's computers can't handle it. So I don't know. I personally haven't had any issues, but I think my computer's pretty decent. But yeah, I don't know. You got a new phone today, much needed upgrade in storage space. Nice, that's awesome. What did you get? The real problem was your capture card? Yeah, but if everything broke, I don't know. VTubing, is that why you've been drinking V? Oh my god, V should sponsor VTubers. V Energy Tuber. Oh my god, I wonder if you could like design one based around it. You hear banging upstairs. Like someone's hammering. Thanks. I think it's picking up on the mic. Another OPPO phone? Never heard of that before. Bastards. I know, why are they doing it at like almost 8 o'clock at night? Alright. That was police jargon for kidnapping. Why the fuck? Why the fuck's that going on? Why the fuck did I have to read that thing that says, like, That's really annoying. That I had to read the thing saying, like, oh yes, that's a police code for kidnap- Oh my god. I'm sorry, I have trouble talking when that's happening. Oh god. Okay. It's really loud, I don't blame you. Yeah, it, like, I don't know, it like jams my brain and I can't talk. It sounds like it's like right next to me. Someone renovating again? There's always fucking power tools and hammering noises in our apartment block. It's loud on this side. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. I can turn down my mic and bring it closer to my mouth, maybe. No, it'll still pick it up. You had 2 streams on. Alright, that was police jargon for kidnapping. Was this guy in cahoots with the kidnapper? Maybe the criminals had planned an attaché case swap. Kano watched the newcomer like a hawk. Rather than making contact with the suspect, the man turned around and strolled back the way he'd come. He hadn't done anything suspicious at all. Yes, right. Understood. Kano stole a glimpse of the man's face as he passed. He stopped and looked at Kano, seemingly aware that he was being watched. Kano decided to stare him down, look away nonchalantly. Oh god, let's fucking stare him down. Kano decided to stare him down. My apologies, the man said. He shut his phone off with a click. I know it's rather rude to talk on one's cell phone while you're on a train. That's just common decency. The man affected a smile and then headed back to the car from which he come. Yeah, fucking on your phone. It's quite loud, but it's not a bother to you. Yeah, see, that would bother me, so that's kind of the part that is annoying me. They will be sorry. Wouldn't be so annoying if it wasn't a daily thing. Yeah, it happens like every day. It just often doesn't happen at this time of night, so like it never happens during my stream. It always happens during bump off streams though. I guess as they're not even consistent all the time they're doing it, which makes it even more worse. My guess would be midday-ish to noon. Yeah. Yeah. See, no, they started at fucking 9 AM. Anyway. Sheesh. Guess I overreacted. Oh god. That fucking shirt, what the heck? You gotta stop staring at everyone. An oddly dressed passenger murmured into Kano's ear. Blend into your surroundings more. Sasayama, when did you get here? His partner had somehow found time to change his disguise. The steely expression on his face was at odds with his anime nerd getup. Yeah, I think he was the hobo detective earlier, because they call him the cosplay detective, because he always has different outfits. Yeah. He's wearing overalls while wearing a shirt of a girl wearing overalls, yeah. Kano had seen Sasayama disguise himself as plenty of things throughout the years. It's quite rare for Sasayama to actually wear a suit. On the rare occasions when he does, he's walking the halls of his home precinct. He frequently goes unrecognized. Here are some of Sasayama's costume designs from his evidence book. Oh god. Santa is a must for Christmas. Stakeouts with a smile. Keep presents in bag to calm down children in case of emergency. Oh god, can we... Wait, no, I wanted to pause it. Hang on, we'll wait for it to come around again. Okay. Oh, here's otaku get up. Use this for train stakeouts. Don't forget awkward smile, a bag of mert. Going too far? Filled with posters and anime figures. Glasses are crucial. Prized possession clutched to chest. point is to draw attention in crowded train cars. Oh god, okay. Tragic expression, sunglasses, suit and posture amplify a wild animal side. Disguise for stakeouts at dockside warehouses. Let co-workers know beforehand as to not be mistaken for real thing. Yakuza cosplay, yeah. Handcuffs up sleeve. Arrest crooks while practicing discipline. Might help to stop funeral robbers. Very good. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. For nighttime stakeouts, hardcore material, emphasis bulginess in final version. Yes, I think it's a hard gay reference, Danica. Plenty of exposure. God, I've not heard about hard gay for like, God, probably since this game was was made. Oh god. You still need to repair your hard gay toy. Oh yeah, yeah. You should show that in the chat. You're so putting up hard gay next time we watch VR chat. Out of context, to anyone like younger than us that might not know who that is really funny. 2008. Yeah, like I probably not thought about him for that long. You left batteries in it and they corroded it. You might be able to fix it. Depends if it touched the circuit board. You have no clue who they are. God. He was like a like an entertainer on Japanese TV, but like it made it to like, you know, the Western internet, and he's just a guy who gets dressed up in like, you know, a kink outfit and is just thrusting a lot. He was a phenomenon. Yeah, like Bumfluff said, he has like merch of hard gay. But yeah, no, he was just like an entertainer on Japanese TV back in the day. To work out how old you were in any given year, you just look at the last 2 digits of the year. Oh yeah, he goes foo. That's right. He's a very good character. Yeah, maybe we can link it on the Discord for you guys. Only works after 2000. Were you born in 2000, Weeby? It was not 99 in 1999. Whoa. Weeby is young. I feel like such a boomer. I'm not sure if he's considered offensive. Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, like I've not heard of him for so long. And the internet was very different in the 2000s. Yeah, fucking Lapsod knows. Man, are we all showing our ages by like all the boomers going, yeah, hard gay. Hey poor boy, how are you? Hey Lady Ma. You've never heard any comment? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how he's perceived these days. Yes. Yeah, no, basically just to sum it up, he's just a Japanese entertainer back in the 2000s. You're kind of a boomer. You are not a boomer, Dino. I don't think you're a boomer. And Lapsod, how are you? I don't think I said hello. Alright. Oh my god. Actually, Manny, thank you for the raid. Thank you so much. How was your stream? I think we're all, like... I think if you're over 25, you're a boomer these days. to most of the kids on the internet. Not a boomer, but my age is age redacted. Yes, actually, Manny, how was your stream? Playing Rune Factory 4. Toki is legit the boomer of the group. Toki is an old man, though. You're on the TV while you were cooking and you ran across to type that. I'm glad it was I'm glad you had to run there to say that comment, Lapsod. You're above 25? You are a boomer? Stream was fun? That's good. I'm glad. Thank you for raiding in again. I really appreciate it. It's very nice people sharing their community along on raids. It was very important, understandable. Yeah, I'm glad it's not just like this weird thing that just me and Bumfluff remember. I'm glad other people remember who he is. Alright. Chef, okay. Kano had seen Sasayama disguise himself as plenty of things throughout the years. Chef, magician, samurai, and an astronaut to name a few, but this was a new extreme, even for him. When he first joined the force, Kano had found Sasayama's costuming antics amusing, wondering where he managed to find his outfits, but lately his quirk had become tedious. You like the ocean? Huh? Never mind. Sasayama pulled a small bottle from his breast pocket. Drink this while you can. Oh, is this the thing that person was giving away? Guessing you haven't eaten. Huh? What's this? The least I could do. He handed Kano the bottle, then slipped away into the next compartment. Over 25 is a boomer, you're safe. 24 this year. Fucking wait till next year, poor boy. New young people will join the internet and then you will be a boomer next year. Yeah, I didn't know poor boy was like in his early 20s. I don't know. You seem very mature. I don't know. He's drinking a diuretic on an empty stomach. Memes won't make sense to you. Lapso says, that's what I said to Bumpluff. I like you guys because you understand my memes. Thank you. I promise I'm not mature at all. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like you've come across older than 24 to me. I don't know. Can't wait to be a boomer. Still got 4 years though. See, boomer isn't like a time period where you were born, like, you know, those boomers, you know, want you to believe, you know, like, fuck being a millennial. If you're over 25, you're a boomer to all the young kids on the internet. And you're not allowed to watch cartoons. They'll tell you off. Get out of our spaces. You're not allowed to watch cartoons, you boomers. I've seen that before. You come across someone who's seen war. No cartoons. Yeah, like I've legit seen like people posting things of like messages that they've gotten saying like, oh, you can't watch like, oh god, I can't think of any cartoons people watch these days. I don't know. Steven Universe is old now. What is airing now? What do kids watch? Oh, you can't watch fucking Miraculous Ladybug because you're over 20, you're over 22. Get out of our spaces. Like, I've seen fucking posts like this and you're like, what is wrong with you? Hey Pixel, how are you? Do kids today even know what Rugrats is? Probably not. Rugrats has been updated to 3D, so they'll know sooner or later. Yuck! You're not allowed to watch Space Jam, that's your movie. Yeah. It came out today? Oh, has it started? Yuck. You're 29, so you're old. You're not old. I think you're only old if you feel like you're old. Like like I'm saying, like, you know, there's, you know, teenagers on the internet saying that, oh, you're over the age of 20, you know, you can't watch cartoons anymore, you know, go be an adult and pay bills. And it's just like, at 22, I felt like a child still. Like, I didn't feel any different than when I was in high school. So, I don't know. Like, unless you're feeling old, I guess. I don't know. You love cartoons? I haven't watched many cartoons lately, but I do love cartoons. You've been complaining about your back for as long as you can remember? Look, I fucking... I can crack my hip on command, like... My bones are not good anymore. Can you be honorary boomer? Yes, you can, Weeby. But you gotta change your name from that Weeby gamer to that Weeby boomer. You felt old since you were a teenager? Love Live is the only cartoon you need. Can you add boomer plays to the stream title? Oh my god, can we add, like, you know how they added those 350 tags? I really wish they added boomer. Then you could be like, yes, I am boomer. And it just, the description is someone who identifies as the boomer in the boomer community. And you're just like, yes, that is me, I am a boomer. Okay, boomer. Alright. Should probably get back to the game. He pulled an all-nighter and hadn't eaten, so he was glad to have something. He took a sip. Whatever this was, it was bland. It almost didn't taste like anything. Just what had Sasayama given him. Ah, what the heck, anything's better than nothing. He brought the bottle to his lips and chugged the contents down. He suddenly got a massive head rush. He felt a heat. A heat like a burning that spread from his insides throughout his whole body. No, that wasn't right. It was an ache. It was a ferocious ache, a burning that spread from his insides to his fingertips. And there was pain, a numbing that spread from his insides all the way down to his toes. Burning, aching, hurting. Burning, aching, hurting. Burning, aching, hurting. Twitchy, itchy, dizzy, sleepy, chilly, willy-nilly. And those fucking Snow White dwarves have got some odd names. This was not good. This was a super duper not good. He broke into a cold sweat, his forehead drenched, his body damp and clammy all over. He felt his grip on consciousness slipping. Sasayama, what the hell did you do to me? With bleary eyes, he squinted to read the writing on the bottle. But... Burn? After a scant few letters, Kano blacked out. God. Bad end? What the fuck? Did we just fucking die? That cat is evil, yes. He read it after, yeah. Well, it was his friend that gave him that. I'd just be like, yeah, okay. Okay, the least he could do. Alright, should we try the other option? Let's try this section. It was a diet drink, not a diet drink. There are plenty of detectives still tailing the suspect. Yeah, okay. Let's go meet Rumi. It's now or never, Kano decided. His future happiness depended on winning over Shizuo. He might not have the opportunity later if the kidnapping case wound up going south. He'd just have to make sure he didn't linger too long. He was trying to decide the best way to save as much time as possible when he caught sight of a taxi passing by. That's me! Whoa. He stepped out onto the street to flag the cab down. The station wasn't too far away, but it would be faster to take a car than run there. The taxi screeched to a halt. "Careful, buddy," shouted the cab driver through the open window. "You're gonna get yourself killed." Looking more closely, Kano saw that there was already someone in the back seat. Well, crap. He hadn't considered that the cab might already be taken. Still, he didn't have time to wait for another one to come along. Kano leaned in close to the back door of the taxi. "Please, I need you to let me have this cab. Beggars can't be choosers after all." "No way," snapped the passenger. He didn't seem the genal type. "Please, I'm begging you here. Look, I'm in a hurry, pal. Get your own cab." I know how ridiculous this must sound, but please, this is really, really urgent." "Urgent?" "Yes, it's a matter of life or death. Please." "Look, I'm sorry, I'm dealing with something urgent here too." "Then let me ride with you. I'll pay for the whole fare. My entire future's on the line here." Is this what he was so urgent about? Two taxis on screen. Are you gonna try and get every bad end? I'm just seeing what options open up. I'm not particularly trying to 100% it. Because yeah, we got this on this bike rider's route earlier. And I was like, oh, I wonder what he's so urgent about. But he's fucking just meeting his fiance. Sorry buddy, this is life or death on my end too. I gotta look after me and mine. Kano could see this was going nowhere. Right, sorry to trouble you. Kano stepped back in frustration. The taxi sped away. Goodbye. Kano scanned the area looking for other cabs. Instead, he spotted the man with the attaché case. Whoa. Oh, are we doing this now? It was a stroke of dumb luck, but Kano wasn't going to lose sight of him now. He decided to follow. Further along Dogenzaka. Okay. We've read this, haven't we? I think we've read all of this, because yeah, he then goes on the train. So yeah, I guess he doesn't go see his fiance. Taxi is fast. Yeah, I think we've done all this. There was... There was the one on the... Oh, okay, here we go. Let's try this. You think you can click a button to skip the previously read text? Yeah, I couldn't find it last time. Kano decided to look away nonchalantly, but his anxiety got the better of him, and after a moment he turned his gaze right back. Soon the two men were locked in a staring contest. Okay, yeah, we fucking read this. Yeah, I don't know. Controls? Forward to next reread mark. There's autoplay, but it's not really. Click down on D-pad. Oh, just this. So it's because we've read it already. It just does that. Okay, so nothing's different then. Okay, so we can get out of there. But that's a guaranteed bad end. Okay. I think we tried both of them and it was the same option, and that's a bad end. Okay, I guess we'll just... Okay, I don't think we can do more of that one. We do this one. Food has arrived, you'll be back. Google says it doesn't, just auto. And I ask a suggestion question, you're curious about something. Sure. Go for it. Actually, I might just have a quick break because I don't actually have any water with me. When you're giving out samples as the cat lady. Yes. I'll ask you in person. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some water. I will be back in just a sec. Hello. I'm back. I got some water. So Bumplop had an idea about when you're the cat mascot, you give away a sample in one of the routes. Like you successfully give one away. And we think it's the guy that we had on the like the undercover cosplay guy. So we're wondering if we go back and don't choose that route, if it will change it at all. So I don't know. Taxi got the citron honey ginger tea stuff at Costco and it's really nice. It is very nice. I like it. Alrighty. Why is... Okay. Alright. Where's my mouse? Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go back to this one. Oh, okay, yes, because we give it to him in his hobo outfit. Yes, okay. We'll give it to the businessman now. And yeah, I don't know if there's a way to like auto do it. You just finished one of those? Nice. Okay, so now we didn't give it to the undercover cop. Yeah, like I don't know if the game is tracking this stuff. If it does, it's gonna make it a lot harder. Okay, so do you think now that I've done that, I can get out of it? And then I go back to... The bad end has disappeared! Whoa! That's really cool! Whoa, I like that. Okay. I'm talking... Okay, let's stare him down. We'll just go through it till we meet our friend. Sorry to have taken that away from you working it out, but I was so curious. Yeah, I'd completely forgotten that happened last stream, so... Oh, here's our friend. Gotta stop staring at everyone and oddly dressed passenger murmured onto Kano's ear. Okay. Concentrate. Keep your eyes peeled. Sasayama gave Kano a pat on the backside. That's not allowed, and slipped away into the next car. Okay, so he didn't give us a thing. The suspect, meanwhile, was still staring out the window. The announcer's electronic voice filled the train compartment. Next stop, Harajuku. Next stop, Harajuku. Huh? Kano almost cried out. The suspect was moving toward the exit door. Apparently, he was only taking the train one station down the line. A little butt pat. Yeah, I had wondered about that, but I didn't have a specific situation to test if anything had changed. But yeah, good remembering that we gave it to the guy in disguise. The train pulled into Harajuku Station. Harajuku, the area east of the Japan Rail Harajuku Station, corresponding to Ingumai, one chrome in Shibuya. Oh, one Chome in Shibuya. A once bustling Shukuba or post station where travelers could rest while journeying across the country. In modern times, it bustles instead with high schoolers after school displaying flashy youth fashion. Clothing and accessory stores and fast food restaurants line the streets. Many cutting-edge trends in Japanese youth culture get their start here. Train pulled off into Harajuku Station and the man got off. The detectives following him disembarked accordingly. It's so good you can just reverse the decision if you already read both and quit to the timeline. Yeah! Harajuku used to be cool, but not anymore. What's it like now? The suspect walked along the platform and took a seat on an empty bench. He was checking to see if he had... Was he checking to see if he had a tail? Sticking around the platform at the station where you just got off was pretty unusual behavior. Not wanting to arouse the man's suspicion, the investigators from the MPD made their way down the stairs as inconspicuously as they could. Kano, however, had a sudden inspiration and went to speak to one of the station attendants. "Sorry to bother you, but I think I left something on the train just now." He tried to keep an eye out to the man on the bench as he fed his story to the attendant. The suspect sat silently on the bench, attaché case clutched securely in his arms. He didn't really look like he was checking for a tail. Was he waiting for someone else then? Full of tourists looking for cool fashions and giant chain stores. Fair enough. Didn't you have some kind of Harajuku fashion book? Yes, we have a copy of that fruits thing, but I'm pretty sure most of the photos are like from the 90s or so. It's reprinted. So they're quite old. Find it quite a balanced flavor. Honey balances out the citrus and the ginger just ties it together. Comes as a jam. Yeah, it's really interesting. So it's like a jam sort of thing that you just put a scoop in hot water. And it's sold at Costco. It's very strange. A lot of the older stuff is great, so it's a real shame. Ah. Before long, the train heading counterclockwise around the loop arrived. The man rose from the bench and stepped up to the boarding area. Wait, what the heck? If this guy got on the counter... Get some wets. Thank you, poor boy. Thank you for the wets. Alright. If this guy got on the counterclockwise train, wouldn't that just take him right back to Shibuya station? Wait, did I click off somehow? No? The man boarded the train. Kano had no choice but to follow suit. Why is my controller not working now? Hello? Hello, controller? Apparently I just used my mouse, but it never said that. I'm not feeling comfortable with this train. The man boarded the train. Kano had no choice but to follow suit. Was this guy playing then? The suspect got off again once the train reached Shibuya. All he'd done was go to Harajuku and come right back. Kano reported it in Takuze. The suspect has returned to Shibuya station. Acknowledged. Keep tailing him. Kano felt himself growing increasingly paranoid. The criminal organization didn't seem too keen on getting away. And there was HQ giving these guys free rein. Something was off. He was sure of that. As he tailed the mark, Kano took out his phone. What were Tateno's instincts about the case right now? If the senior detective had any advice, Kano would love to hear it. He dialed Tateno's number. The line rang a few times and nobody picked up. Probably he was too busy seeing to Hitomi's safety. That's a weird way to make that sentence. Kano felt bewildered. They'd been letting the suspect lead them around for over an hour now. During an abduction case, he generally didn't update the victim's family on any developments in case they tried to interfere. Kano could only imagine what the Osawa family was going through right now. After a short walk from Shibuya station, the attaché case was handed off yet again. Yeah, I don't know how long the that tea stuff lasts. After a short walk from Shibuya station, the attaché case was handed off yet again. This time, the recipient was a tall, dark-skinned man. Again, the Shibuya-based task force split into two groups in order to tell both suspects. Kano stuck with the man who had the case. As the previous man had done, the newest suspect wandered around Dergenzaka for a while, repeatedly looping around and around the same locations with a weirdly roundabout way to make a series of handoffs. Excuse me, detective. Kano turned around with a start. Oh, hey, he said, I know you. I was Land Palmer, the lecturer who'd been an eyewitness to the kidnapping. The man practically radiated concern. Is Maria doing? Is she... Oh, how is Maria doing? I missed that how. I'm like, is Maria doing? What is Maria doing? How is Maria doing? Is she alright? I'm very worried for her. His Japanese was more halting now. My heart is with her family. Kano gave a quick look around. It didn't appear that they were being watched. Okay. Maybe Palmer knew more than he told the police earlier. If Kano talked to him now, he might get some additional clues. If the syndicate spots us, my cover's blown. We're hosed. I can't stick around like this. Yeah, no, I don't trust that. If the syndicate spots us, my cover's blown. We're hosed. I can't stick around like this. Leland, I'm sorry, but at this stage I can't share any details. Is that so? Oh, yes, of course. Leland cast his eyes down and hung his head. Please don't worry though. We're still hard at work investigating. Ah, yes, thank you very much. With that, Kano turned away from the lecturer and went back to tailing his suspect. He pulled his phone from his pocket. It was Rumi again. It was weird that she'd called twice when she knew it was in the middle of something important. Had something happened while she was waiting at the cafe with Shizuo? Kano picked up hurriedly. What's the matter? What's the matter? You know what the matter is. Rather than Rumi's soft-spoken soprano, it was a threatening masculine voice that came over the phone. Uh-oh. Kano felt his whole body stiffen with dread. Is this my father-in-law speaking? Don't remember being anyone's father-in-law. The speaker's tone was firm and flat. No, I know, I just, Kano found himself at loss for words. You're dating my daughter, huh? Sir, yes, sir. Kano barely squeaked out his reply. Thinking about getting married. Yes, sir. And speaking of which, I'd love the chance to sit down and have a nice long... Then, how long are you going to keep me waiting? Hurry up and get your ass over here. Oh, how much Kano wished he could do exactly that. Sir, I would, but forget it. The words came in an angry huff. You can't have her. Goodbye. What? What? Sir, please wait. As Kano cried in desperation, he heard Rumi's voice on the other end of the line. Dad, you can't just use my phone like that. You were taking too long in the bathroom. Give it back. Rumi? Kano tried and failed to keep the heartbreak out of his voice. Sweetie, what's wrong? Your father just said he doesn't want us to getting married. What, Dad? What did you say to my boyfriend? Listen to you. Calling that boy little pet names and whatnot. I think you're a little too attached. Daddy, you haven't even met him. That's why I told you to have him come see me. How long is he gonna make me wait? Kano listened as the two argued on the other end of the phone. The phone must be lying somewhere between them. Would this get any more awkward? Rumi, I'm sorry, shouted Kano apologetically in the mouthpiece. This is all my fault. Please, you don't have to fight like this. The phone clattered as Rumi scrambled to bring it to her cheek. No, I'm the one who should be sorry. Sorry for what? It was Shizuo again, grumbling in the background. You have nothing to apologize for. Oh, good night, poor boy. Thanks for dropping by. Sorry, I'm a bit behind on the chat. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, see, yeah, I'd assume it's just similar to jam. So, like, jam lasts quite a long time. Especially if it's like, you know, you're not contaminating it with other things. So, like, if you're using a clean teaspoon to get it out every time, it should be fine. You meant to eat the bits of rind and stuff? I don't really, but you could. You ate it? It was pretty good? Nice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. Unless you have a dirty roommate who leaves 4-week-old bananas on the counter. Yucky. Okay, I'll deal with my father, Rumi said hastily. If you just focus on work, sweetie, I know you're in the middle of something really important. Thanks, Rumi. Kano was legitimately touched. I'll do my best. You don't, but it's your preference not to? You left a banana in the glove compartment in your car. Oh, yuck! Kano hung up and went back to the task at hand, more determined than ever. For Rumi's sake, not to mention the victim, he needed to focus on cracking this case. The man he was tailing was walking several meters ahead. There was no telling when Kuze might give the arrest order. Kano braced himself to spring into action the very instant the order came down. Mobile command to all units. Once more, the director's voice came over the wireless. Was it time to make the arrest last? At last? We've identified the man who first picked up the attaché case by the statue of Hachiko. No arrest yet then, but still a crucial development. God. His name is Tariq Al-Karawan. He's got priors for larceny, illegal possession of narcotics, you name it. He belongs to a foreign criminal syndicate that's operating in Shibuya. Kano felt his apprehension rising. You want banana cake? Banana cake or banana bread? Banana cake. Is that different than banana bread? I don't know what banana cake is. It's sweeter and iced. Okay. If this syndicate was behind the kidnapping, they were anything but amateurs. And though they might be leading the police on a wild goose chase, they certainly weren't playing around. To be continued. Oh, cool. So we finished that route. Okay. You love sweets, but you've never been a big cake person. Typically just eat what's available. That's fair. Alright. Oh god, no, I didn't want to click that. I want to get my controller working again. Hello? No. No way. Let me just restart the game, because I don't know any of the controls for the game now. Like, I can't press escape. Enter just goes to the next thing. I don't know. Okay. And there's so many weird fucking buttons. So let's just quickly restart this game. Hopefully it works. I don't know why it just suddenly stopped. It's so weird. Well, that worked. Okay. Alright. So, we've gotten the to be continued on that one. Don't know. I guess this one keeps going. I don't know, I'm confused. Is this one no longer to be continued? Let's do this one. Wealth, status, honor. None of these mean anything to me. All I want is a peaceful life. To put worry behind me. To stay calm and serene. To be free of worldly concerns. You made these jalapeno cheese scone type things today and brought them into work. Everyone went mad over them. Gone in no time. Whoa, I want to try that. That sounds good. Free at any cost. Yeah. Hope this isn't copyrighted. A cheery rhythm pumped from the CD player up against the study wall. It was the latest hit from Aya Kamiki, the songwriter sensation who was blowing up the pop charts. Ready for that DMCA? Kenji Osawa reached for the stereo remote on his desktop. He ratcheted the volume up a little louder. She's 100% a real singer, 100% DMCA. No! Don't say that! I don't want to be DMCA'd. He looked like the sort of man who'd be more interested in classical music, but in fact, he was a huge fan of the girl rock popular with middle schoolers. Closing his eyes, he swayed back and forth in time with the music, humming his favorite lyrics under his breath. I just need to sing over it. Oh, I think it can still detect like the background music, like even though I'm talking over it, it'll still detect it. You sung this and you'll be hearing from your legal team. He swayed back and forth in time with the music, humming his favorite lyrics under his breath, but his movements faltered. It's no use. Aya's voice usually soothed whatever ailed him, but today he couldn't help. Today Osawa was a complete wreck, both body and mind. Hey Vito, how are you? You can't follow my chat rules because you're most definitely shit. Oh no, don't. That's fine. We put them in just to keep you out. Mounds of paperwork were scattered across the desktop in his study. All of it about viruses and vaccines. It only had been a week since he returned from a business trip to his company branch office in the US, and he was slated to go back in another week's time. There was a truly staggering amount of work he needed to get through while he was at home. I wonder if that's a real, like, virus strain thing, like picture. You haven't slept yet? No, I hope you get some sleep soon. Had a rough one this morning, ended up passing out to 2 PM. Yeah. There's a truly staggering amount of work he needed to get through while he was home. He picked up one of the papers, glanced at it aimlessly, then tossed it back onto the desk. Slumping back in his chair, he let out a long, deep sigh. He was in no mental state to work right now. A faint knock at the door barely roused him from his torpor. Director, may I come in? It was his vice director, Mamoru Tanaka. Sure, the door's open. Tanaka came into the study. I know it's not a great time, but Osawa could barely make out his words. He tapped the remote, lowering the volume of the music. Thank you. Tanaka continued apologetically. A call came from the lab. They're hoping for a response to the email they sent yesterday. I'm sure they don't need it today. Apparently they do need an answer as soon as possible, sir. I did ask them to give you more time, but... I see, Osawa said wearily. Alright then. Tanaka dipped his head slightly and slipped out of the room. Usually don't wake up around that hour anymore, but you're slowly fixing your sleep schedule. Fixing your sleep schedule is really hard. Like, I don't know. I keep staying up like later and later. I really need to fix it. Osawa contemplated his colleague. Tanaka was a man he could truly depend on. He has enough of his own work to do. He didn't need to come here again today, but he did. They'd been working in close concert ever since Osawa had gotten back to Japan. Without Tanaka's support, there was no way he would be in the midst to do any work at all right now. You do that too? You push your sleep 1 to 2 hours at a time? You push it back, or you only sleep for 1 to 2 hours? Because yeah, it's like... Because the cat wakes me up at like 6 AM. It used to be like 4, but yeah, no. She wakes me up at 6. But then like, when I go back to sleep, like when I get back into bed, it's like I can't close my eyes. It's really weird. Even though I'm tired, it's just like now I'm awake. My head, like I'm physically exhausted, but it's like I just can't close my eyes. So I end up being up for like an hour or an hour and a half or something, just on my phone or something. Just with not able to like turn off my brain or something. I don't know. So then I have to nap later. Like I go back to sleep and that pushes my actual wake up time back further. And so then I go to bed late. It's an annoying issue. You hate that? Yeah, it's stupid. Tired but cannot close eyes. Yeah, exactly. It's like I really want to go back to sleep. I've only been up for like 2 minutes to go feed the cat. And I get back in bed and it's just like my eyes are wide open. I'm like I can't close them. Like to close them requires more energy than just laying there with my eyes open. So then I eventually just get on my phone and then I'm just looking at Twitter or something. Tell cat to feed itself. She's not smart enough. Good thing you work from home so it doesn't throw things off too much. That's true. Yeah, that is good. I couldn't handle having to get up at normal times. Sliding up to his computer, Osawa opened his email program and started answering the work-related messages. He reported on his business travel expenses, offered his opinions on capital investments, requested confirmation on current medical stockpiles. He worked with bleak detachment. None of this meant anything to him right now. Then a new email appeared in his inbox. The sender was identified simply as A. The subject line read, 1 year ago, South Africa. The message body was blank, but there appeared to be multiple images attached. Ordinarily, Osawa would have deleted a message like this immediately, assuming that it contained some kind of virus. But the word South Africa drew his attention. Could this possibly be related to... He couldn't help but wonder. For a long moment, he hovered the cursor over one of the image files. At last, as if spurred on by the upbeat rhythm in his ears, he double-clicked the mouse. Ooh, what is it? Oh god, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. What is this? The grainy photograph showed a large room with a dozen or so people laid out on beds. It appeared to be some sort of medical ward. Oh, okay. I thought they were bodies, but if they're, like, in a medical ward, I guess. Osawa felt a strange flutter in his chest. He quickly opened up another image. This one showed a close-up of one of the patients in his bed. Large red blotches covered his face. A large volume of blood appeared to be dripping from his ears and nostrils. A cold shudder ran up Asawa's spine. I'm glad they didn't show that fully because that's scary. What the hell? These symptoms. Asawa opened up the remaining image files. Each picture showed another of the patients. They all appeared to be teetering on the brink of death. There was no doubt about it. These people were infected with the UR virus? UR virus. The UR virus belongs to a family of Filoviridae, genus UR-like virus. It is a member of the same family as the Ebola virus and causes UR virus fulminant hemorrhagic. Oh my god. My brain. My brain. Uwu virus? Fuck, cursed images leaves. I'm sorry, Danny-kun. Is capable of airborne transmission, although an infected individual cannot pass on the infection before symptoms manifest. The US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, have assigned the virus to Risk Group 4, their classification for the most dangerous infectious agents. Okay. But how? Questions tumbled through Osawa's mind. His fingers tapped out a quick message. He doubted he'd get a response, but he might as well try. Who are you? Where are these images from? Traz bullied the Traz account out of their name. Oh my god! That's awesome! Traz isn't in the chat, right? He's not. I'm gonna have to say grats to him later. Is he streaming? He is not. Oh, Emmy mentioned it. Okay. That's very cool. Fucking partners and their username privilege. The UR virus got its name from a Swahili word flower. The virus is roughly 90 nm to 110 nm in diameter and 500 nm to 700 nm long. Because of its pronounced sickle-like shape, it is sometimes known as the sickle of death. It possesses a vital envelope, the surface of which is coated with spike-shaped protein protuberances. Nanometer. 1/1000th of a meter. Very cool. Supposedly this was based on the fact that the propagated form of the virus resembled the petals of a flower. Propagated form? Hello? Despite the flowery name, however, the disease was anything but pretty. Ua didn't just mean flower, it also meant to kill. And as the name suggested, the virus had a mortality rate of 100%. Whoa. Because most details regarding the Uwu virus, have been suppressed, cases of the Ua infection are largely unknown to the world at large. Because all patients known to be infected with the virus on official record have died within a short time frame, the mortality rate is given as 100%. As the incidence of known cases grows, the number may drop below 100%, but the mortality rate will likely remain extraordinarily high. Scary. Moreover, there was a very short incubation period between infection, the onset of symptoms, and death. What does that other one say? Inhaled viral particles can spread from the lungs to the lymph nodes, and from there disperse through the body. The virus propagates in several places, including liver cells and macrophages. I forget how to pronounce that. It was in that anime. A component of the immune system, and destroys the endothelial cells within blood vessels. Upon searching the brain, it forms a neural sludge of blood mixed with other bodily fluids. What the fuck? Yuck. This is Parasite Eve. I have not played that before. What if someone makes an alternative Bumfluff Tornado channel and they steal the OG bum name? What happened to the foreigners and Natasha cases? I don't know. You like how this game forced you to read a medical report with medical jargon? Yeah. Within roughly 12 hours, bleeding would set through the body everywhere but the bones and muscles, with lethal results. Due to its incredibly high mortality rate, the disease, very existent, had been kept hidden from public knowledge. I don't like that. Osawa's computer chimed to signify the arrival of a new email. The sender was he hurried to open the message. Once again, the subject line read, 1 year ago, South Africa. Your crimes. Whoa. Osawa stared at those two words, my crimes. That left him only with further questions. He looked again at the images from the previous email. So I did not expect this direction of this game. What makes any of this my crimes? He could see that the patient's bleeding was severe. He estimated that several hours had passed since the onset of the disease. It wouldn't be long before their lives were cut short. To feel that agony, that suffering, and then to perish. Am I to blame for that? Hey Weeby, welcome back. Which names must be 4 or more letters? I can never just be bum. I could probably just be Taxi one day if I'm ever a partner. I don't think Taxi is taken by anyone active. Was the medical report trying to reference the Ebola virus? It said it was related to the Ebola. Oh my god. KK, thank you for the... Thank you for the 69 bits. How are you? How are you tonight? But yeah, it said it was related to that virus. Nice. Could you ever just become a Taxi? Or just fucking turn into a transformer? Yeah, how are you, KK? And Mobius, how are you? Howdy. Another faint knock came at the door. Darling, do you have a moment? It was his wife, Yes, come in, give me a second. Osawa hurriedly closed the mail program. Fucking, yes, come in. I stepped into the study, the room filled with the scent of her perfume. Have you reconsidered the whole America thing, she asked. This again, Osawa thought sullenly to himself. Please, he said. Can we not discuss this right now? If not now, then when? You know this isn't a decision to just make on your own. On his latest business trip, a major American pharmaceutical firm had attempted to headhunt him, asking him to join them and be among the top researchers in the world. The money and prestige held no interest for him, and he was reluctant to turn his back on Okushi Pharmaceutical after many years of service. Literally, Taxi VTuber model. I'm just a fucking car. You're speaking to the second best speedrunner of Barbie Horse Adventures. Oh my god, congrats! That's really cool. Do you think you can go for number 1? That's very cool. Where's the Dick Diary? We have not heard about the Dick Diary yet. The Dick Dictum. Yeah, no, we haven't heard about that yet. Hey James MK, how you? Yeah, no, it hasn't come up again. I should really try practicing more Tetris again. It kind of got put on the speedrunning board, and then I'm just like, okay, that's enough. But maybe I should keep trying to get a better score. It'd be cool to be in like the top 15 or something. Streamed a bit of Pokemon Snap, wasn't feeling it, so you wrapped up. Well, I hope it was good overall. Alright, what does it say? The pharmaceutical company for which Kenji Osawa works is the major corporation with a solid sales network both domestically and internationally, and an annual turnover of 1 trillion yen. It holds patients for several medications that are in demand worldwide. and is influential at the Ministry of Health, Labour and Welfare and other political institutions. The company employs roughly 7,000 people, including 600 researchers. Very cool. After this many years of service, nonetheless, he was intrigued by the offer. It would mean the chance to conduct his virus research in a much better funded environment. Taking the job would necessitate relocating to the US, however. When he'd mentioned the possibility of immigrating to Ai, she shot the idea down on the spot. Her opposition was understandable. Ai's father, Suguru Makino, was a member of Okushi Pharmaceuticals' board of directors. No way was she going to let Osawa jump ship to another company. Darling, please. I drew closer to him. Think about it from my perspective. If you leave for America, what am I supposed to tell my father? He'd gotten so used to it, the graduating whine of hers. Have you considered what might happen to Okushi if you leave, dear? We can discuss that once all this is finished. Osawa kept his voice as level as he could. You don't remember that you're a director, right? You do remember that you're a director, right? I said. You have responsibilities. Stop thinking about yourself so much. With a sour look, I turned and departed. I have no idea where this is heading now. This one's kind of threw me for a loop. Well, he had known that moving to America would never be a simple matter, regardless of what his wife thought about it. There was another reason, however, the antiviral agent. A therapeutic drug used to treat viral infections. Examples include the drugs used against influenza and HIV. These treatments do not eliminate the infection, rather they simply inhibit the development of the disease. There's still many issues with such drugs, including the risk that treated viruses possess or develop a resistance that makes the treatment ineffective. Academic institutions and pharmaceutical companies worldwide devote tremendous resources to further advance the field of antiviral medicine. The antiviral agent that had been developed at Okushi after the UA virus was discovered, infectious disease research facilities worldwide had thrown themselves into a top-secret effort to develop a vaccine. A vaccine functioned by safely introducing a harmless or attenuated version of the virus or other pathogen into the human body. This triggers the body to produce antibodies against the pathogen, making it difficult for the dangerous version to take hold and also put microchips in you. I'm kidding. I'm not against vaccines. Don't take that seriously. But Makino had ordered Osawa to work on creating an antiviral agent, not a vaccine. Microchips. Fucking, it's injecting 5G right into me. Makino had ordered Osawa to work on creating an antiviral agent, not a vaccine. A vaccine immunized the subject in order to prevent infection in the first place. Conversely, an antiviral agent could be used to treat patients already infected. It was a so-called wonder drug for combating the virus itself. Creating such a drug was far easier said than done. Developing an antiviral had been a long, arduous road. Only after years of research had Osawa's team succeeded in identifying a substance that might qualify as an antiviral agent for UA. In theory, it was administered during the virus's initial stages. 100% recovery could be attained. Data also suggested an 80% survival rate for patients treated shortly after the onset of symptoms. Microchips are those chips made from tiny potats. No, it's like the chips you put in your other two mouths, like in fucking Nier. You know, your eye mouths where your chips go. They're making the frogs gay. Yes, my eye mouth floppy disk sockets. Yes. First the vaccine will develop eye mouths, and then you put chips in them. You know, it just fucking changes your DNA. 80% survival rate for patients treated shortly after the onset of symptoms. But there was a fatal flaw in the new antiviral agent. The side effect on the body were usually potent, as if administered in tiny amounts beyond a certain threshold, it was linked to a life-threatening complications. For a time, the research was at an impasse. It had seemed like the drug had to be administered in high volume to combat the explosive propagation of the AUS virus. But then Osawa had received some fortuitous news. Okuchi Pharmaceuticals nanotechnology. Technology created and or operated in extremely small scale, often measured in nanometers. There are 1 billion nanometers in a meter. Some nanotech devices are literally regulated on an atomic level. The possibilities are ever expanding in practical fields such as medicine and materials science. In the United States, among the world leaders in the push for research and development. Okushi's pharmaceutical nanotechnology branch had engineered a cutting-edge device known as the DDS. Acronym for Drug Delivery System, such a system administered ultra-microscopic drug capsules to a targeted area of the body. Sawa had jumped on it immediately by administering his antiviral agent with the nanotech DDS. Danny Gun. I didn't realize there was a floppy disk emoji. Who asked for that? Because DDS can be used to deliver drug with pinpoint precision and only where it's needed, it can greatly reduce the side effects for even potent drugs. The DDS developed by Okuchi Pharmaceutical utilizes advanced high-tech polymers which ensure that the capsules containing the drug are fully broken down and eliminated from the body roughly 1 week after administration. They can only track you for 1 week. He was able to use smaller amounts of the drug to quash the AUS virus with precision. The procedure was a huge success. Oh god! Bump off. There was a marked increase in the drug's efficiency along with the expected decrease in adverse side effects. A pharmaceutical is said to have positive effect if its use brings about the desired results when treating medical condition, but many drugs create unwanted or unforeseen adverse effects as well, given the extreme complexity of most drugs' interactions with the human body. Nearly any medicine can have both positive and negative side effects. They do look like eyes. You're just staring at it thinking that. The effects had been confirmed by animal testing. Monkey. Experiments involving drugs or medical techniques tested on animals to confirm their safety before they were used on humans. The 1964 Declaration of Helsinki, which lays out ethical standards for human experimentation, advocates responsible animal testing, but many animal rights advocates regard such testing as a form of animal cruelty. Animal testing on monkeys, and now the antiviral was ready for the final development stages, clinical trials on humans. When a new drug is being prepared for government approval after it has been tested on animals, it must pass tests on humans, clinical trials that evaluate fucking it's just kind of like, we all know this from the pandemic. Okay. That evaluate its safety and suitability. Such tests are frequently conducted on both patients and healthy individuals. In Japan, the development of new drugs is often hindered by insufficient legal infrastructure or for conducting clinical trials, resulting in smaller knowledge base and fewer opportunities for testing. This is too real. The very existence of this new wonder drug is still a secret. No doubt Okushi's leadership would be reluctant to see Osawa, the drug's lead researcher, transfer to another company. Still, it wasn't completely outside the realm of possibility. Once the antiviral was out of development and announced to the public, Osawa would be free and clear. For that very reason, he was loath to cause any friction over the drug right now. This anxiety only magnified his concern about the email he just received. There's an RLM video from like 5 years ago where they make heaps of jokes about SARS. They did the rounds last year because damn, the jokes hit different now. Yeah. Sawa called up Tanaka over the intercom. There's something I want to show you. Could you come in here? He needed a second opinion, and Tanaka could be relied upon. Osawa opened the door the moment Tanaka knocked. He looked around before ushering his vice director inside. What's this about, sir? This. Osawa showed him one of the images. Tanaka's face went pale. It can't be. Tanaka clearly recognized the symptoms of the UA virus. Any idea what this is about? Osawa asked. No, sir. These images were just emailed to me. The subject line says 1 year ago, South Africa. That would put it around the same time as the most recent run of infections, wouldn't it, sir? That information isn't. Tanaka trailed off. Osawa nodded. The thing I don't understand is pictures were sent to me. Why these pictures were sent to me. Osawa opened the other email from A. The second message I got says, These pictures are my crimes. I'll look into this on my end, sir, Tanaka said. He hesitated uncomfortably. So, just to make sure, are you asking about what I think you're asking about? Osawa said. Tanaka gave a slight nod. Understood, Osawa said. Don't worry. I won't trouble you. I appreciate that, sir. Visibly relieved, Tanaka left the study. Osawa brought up a folder marked UA virus on his screen. With the folder, there were enlarged images of the virus itself. He double-checked one of the images. It blew up on the monitor to reveal the pathogen in intricate detail. A specimen of the UA virus was approximately 100 nanometers in diameter. 10,000 of them in line would take up barely a millimeter. But a single tiny virion upon entering the human body could become 2,000 in 1 hour. That spread of multiplication was nothing short of astounding. Even the Ebola virus had a typical incubation period of 7 days or so before infectees developed symptoms. A virus of the family Filoviridae that causes Ebola hemorrhagic fever. Currently, 5 categorized species are known: the Thai forest, Sudan, Western Zaire, and Bundigugir. Ebola is widely known for its high mortality rate, 53% for the Sudan form, 88% for the Zaire, but the Western variety discovered in monkeys that had been brought to the US has displayed no pathogenicity in humans. This is incredibly educational. For influenza, it was 1 or 2, but the onset of the UA virus happened in mere 12 hours. Osawa viewed the image sideshow of the virus's propagation mechanism. God, I can't fucking read. All these words are too big. It was a fascinating sight, no matter how many times he looked at it. Viruses existed to multiply, nothing more. They had no motives, no driving logic. Nothing but simple multiplication. To Osawa, that fact held a certain air of mystery. If viruses had emotions, how would they feel about their lives? He had thrown himself into virus research, search for answers to questions like that, answers that no man could truly know. His development of antiviral agent had really been nothing more than another job responsibility. He felt no particular sense of duty to protect people from a killer virus. He was just happy for the chance to play around with UA day after day. Hey, Mr. JR. Another email arrived in his inbox. The sender, A. The subject line, 1 year ago, South Africa, again. Osawa read the message. Do not look away, these are your crimes. This time there were 4 images attached. Osawa proceeded to open each of them in turn. I'm scared. First shocked Osawa so much that he felt like he'd been punched in the head. One of the UA patients from earlier images was being injected with something. No, Osawa muttered to himself. It can't be. The second image showed one of the infected hunched over in pain, vomiting up blood. The symptoms had already manifested, but Osawa thought he could see that some degree of life had come back into the patient's eyes. He rushed to open the third image. It showed a morgue piled high with corpses. The rictus of anguish on the dead faces made them look no longer human. Various fluids seeped from the eyes and nostrils. The lymph nodes were grotesquely swollen. Small organs that function as a part of lymphatic system in mammals. When a foreign subject invades the body, a lymph node detects it, prompting the production of white blood cells such as lymphocytes and macrophages to consume the invader. A viral infection sometimes causes the lymph nodes to swell up as a result of increased activity. There were hospital beds stained with massive amounts of blood and gastric fluids. Right in the lymphs. Next came the fourth and final image. More corpses. They had badges affixed to their chest with various labels. 6 hours past, 12 hours past, and 18 hours past. It looked as if someone had been attempting live trials with the antiviral agent. Sawa didn't consider the antiviral agent ready for release, but that was because his team hadn't conducted clinical trials on humans yet. And there was a good reason to why such trials hadn't been conducted. There was no way to test the efficiency of the drug without an infected patient. To run a proper clinical test, someone would first need to be infected with the AUS virus. No matter how effective animal testing had been, if the drug proved ineffective on humans, that person would have a guaranteed death sentence. It was unthinkable to run trials that involved a deadly risk. And yet, as he looked over the images again and again, Osawa became certain. Without his knowledge, someone, presumably someone from Okishi Pharmaceutical, had conducted human testing with the antiviral agent. The time markers on the corpses in the fourth image were surely there to mark the time elapsed since the onset of symptoms. A thorough trial would test the drug's effectiveness in those time frames. Oh god, my controller vibrated and it scared the shit out of me. Osawa slammed his fist on the desk enraged. I was not expecting that. I don't think it's done that the entire time I've played tonight. It just did it. I was like, whoa. Osawa slammed his fist on the desk enraged. This was nothing short of vile human experimentation in the guise of clinical testing. The people responsible could not be allowed to get away with this. There was only one person Osawa could trust to keep this under wraps, his boss, Makino. IRL jump scare. Is this about Corona or did someone make that joke? Yeah, Daniken mentioned Ebola, but they have said this thing is related to Ebola. Yeah, I guess it's a fictional similar strain. He reached for his phone to call Makino, but he stopped short as soon as he picked up the receiver. He knew he was in no state of mind to have a calm, reasoned conversation right now. Turning to the CD player, he put on Aya Kamiki's latest album. Ready for that DMCA! Leaning back in his chair, he surrendered himself to the soothing tones. Bit by bit, he could feel himself returning to a calmer emotional state. There had been a time when Osawa hadn't listened to music at all. In fact, he had no interest in the arts in general, music, painting, cinema. It was only due to a simple coincidence that he had found Aya Kamiki. His daughter had asked for a CD as a birthday present, so he swung by the store to pick one up. Since Kamiki's new album had just come out, this fucking advertising, there was a display for it in the front of the shop. Something about the bright, colourful album packaging had drawn him in. After a time, Osawa could feel himself growing calmer. He took a nice deep breath. Ooh, okay, so he had options. This is all too much, let's listen to J-pop. Okay, so closed his eyes and tried to banish his nerves completely. Now let's just fucking call him. He took a nice deep breath and he dialed up Makino. Your arm was red today where you got stabbed, but probably nothing. You mean your vaccine? Has there been any progress? Makino asked as soon as you picked up. His voice was somber. No, Osawa said. Nothing much yet. The tiny sigh came from the other end of the line. I see. Then what can I do for you? Sir, I'll just get right to the point. Have you conducted clinical trials using the antiviral drug? Makino didn't respond right away. What makes you think that? He asked at last. What's up? Posture check. Thank you. How you doing, Alajoshi? I'll also take this opportunity to have water because I've not had a lot tonight. Fucking, I'll have another sip of water. Thank you. Thank you. Your vaccine, you got stabbed. Well, hopefully nothing's going wrong if it's red. Are you hungry? Is that a question to me? Yeah, I could eat. Yeah, we haven't had dinner yet. What are you thinking? Are you going to make food? You'll have a look. Okay. Whoa. I'm caught on things suddenly. Okay, I'm good. What makes you think that? He asked at last. Osawa described the emails he received. When he'd finished, Makino let out his breath in surprise. Not over the phone, he said. We'll discuss this in person. I'll head over to your place when I'm done here. As soon as possible, sir. As soon as I can manage, Makino said. You're not the only person who's busy. With that, Makino hung up. There was no doubt about it then. There had been human testing. Osawa went to let Tanaka know he'd been meeting with Makino. A stolid-looking man stood in the hallway, almost as if he'd been waiting for Osawa to emerge. Pardon me, Mr. Osawa, but could you come with me for a moment? The detectives assembled in the living room all wore grave expressions. The room was brimming with tension, and Osawa felt it ramp up even further as he entered. What is it? He asked. Has something happened? The man who had come to find him turned to speak, hesitating at first. Yes. It turns out that your other daughter, Hitomi, has been abducted by an unknown party. Whoa! Whoa, this is like the family. Okay. Okay. Abducted? Osawa's mind whirled. What are you talking about? Maria's the one who's been abducted. No, sir, you don't understand. I'm saying that Hitomi has also been abducted in addition to Maria. Don't be ridiculous. The night before, his daughter Maria gets kidnapped, and this morning, the other daughter Hitomi gets carried off where she goes to deliver the ransom. He'd never heard anything more outrageous in his life. We're sorry, sir. A detective was with her, but the police went on to explain that Hitomi had somehow managed to end up all by herself, and while she was alone, several individuals had forced her into a car and driven off. Wait, really? I thought she ran off with us to that bar. Let me insert my microchip into my eye mouth and find a magnet. Osawa could barely comprehend what they were saying. In his mind was in fog. The detective's words seemed to grow quieter and quieter. Osawa's strength drained from his body. His ability to process external stimuli began to drift far, far away. It's not possible. It can't be. Could no one keep them safe? Not me. Not anyone? My girls, they... Hitomi. Maria. It's not true. This is all just a bad dream. Some kind of sick joke. It's not true. It's not. It's all just a bad dream. It's a lie. It's a twisted joke. Someone made this all up. Stop it. Stop saying this. I don't. Oh god. I wanted to read all that. Slowly, the ceiling began to spin. Then Osawa's vision went awash with white. Hey, I can read it. Stop saying this. I don't want to hear it. Tell me it's all a lie. Tell me it isn't true. Tell me now. Please tell me this is a nightmare. Tell me, please. Tell me this isn't true. It's not true. It's not. Shut up. 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 Oh, that's sad. Bad end. I wonder what we can do to fix this one. There was only one other option. It's spooky, but these drums also slap. Okay. Whoop. No, I don't. No. Get out. Get out of this. Okay. Bad ending. Okay, so this one has this option here. Let's just listen to the music. Let's just vibe for a bit. Oops, that's the wrong button. First he took a nice deep breath, then he closed his eyes and tried to banish his nerves completely. Inclining his head forward to the music, he could feel the melody pervade his body. He could scarcely believe there had been a time when he hadn't cared about music. Surely something that had such a strong effect on the body and mind alike also conveyed a deeper meaning. Osawa let the positive energy flow through him, buoying his spirits. At last, when his mood had sufficiently calmed under the music's influence, Osawa reached for the handset. The study door opened and a solid-faced man appeared in the doorway. Beg your pardon, Mr. Osawa. Would you mind coming to the living room for a moment? Okay, so we've read this. Okay. Let's get out of that. Bad end. To be continued. This one has no options. But I can't remember what happened. I wonder if I... Wait. Oh, down here. Okay. I wonder if I do this one and not go to the cafe, then I won't be bothering that guy for the taxi. So we'll do this. I assume that's now like triggered it. So let's get out of that. And then let's go to this guy. Let's see if this changes things. Let's skip through it a bit. 10 minutes. Because I think we'd only just been slightly late, and if we didn't get bothered by the other guy, maybe we can make it now? Maybe? Minorikawa's frantic journey had started 20 minutes earlier. Oh, okay, yeah, we read this. I don't know how far we need to go through it. Because, yeah, previously we got stopped by, what's his name? But if we don't send him that way, then maybe he won't stop us. That's my theory. Still haven't worked out how this game entirely works with that sort of stuff, but we've read all of this. wish this was skippable better. Maybe... Oh, I see. They've gotten rid of that bad ending. And this one also has changed. Ooh, okay. So we'll continue this. Okay. Whoa, okay. Oh, we fucking did it. There we go. 10 minutes on the dot, the driver announced. Minorikawa righted himself and looked out the window of Shibuya Station. I knew you could do it, Mr. Kimizuka. He told the driver how to get to Heaven Publishing. It shouldn't be more than 5 minutes further. Sir, if I may ask, just what are you in such a hurry over? Son of a bitch. I beg your pardon? Kimizuka bristled. Not you, the guy who's waving on me, Minorikawa asked. Waiting on me. I'm gonna give that son of a bitch a piece of my mind. The multi-tenant building where Heaven Publishing has had its offices came into view. The taxi stopped outside. Minorikawa opened the door as he hurriedly reached for his wallet, then he stopped. What if the worst had come to pass and he needed to take Tomiya to a hospital? Would he have taken the taxi? Should he have the taxi wait here? Or would it be better to call an ambulance? Sir, is there a problem? The driver asked. I don't know. We are back. Norikawa was out of the cab in an instant and running for the building. Once inside, he avoided the elevator in favor of rushing up the stairs. Heaven Publishing rented out the 3rd and 4th floors. In all likelihood, Tomiya would be at the editing department of 4-Star General Gossip on the 4th floor. When he got there, however, the door was locked. Mr. Tomiya. Hey, Mr. Tomiya. Toyama. Toyama. I was reading it wrong. He shouted and banged, but there was no reply. Something was seriously wrong. Minorikawa took a deep breath and then kicked the door in. Whoa. Oh good, we made it in time. You're not dead yet. Toyama was standing on a stool about to slip his head through the noose that hung from the ceiling. What the hell are you doing? Minorikawa lunged for Toyama. The two men crashed to the floor in a tangled heap. A pile of clutter slid off the nearby desk and fell on top of them. Minorikawa, what are you doing? Toyama whined. Dragging himself back to his feet proved something of a challenge. This is what I'd like to know. Minorikawa's fury was mounting. What the hell is this all about? He jabbed an accusing finger at the noose hanging from the ceiling. Oh, that. One of the fluorescent lights died, and I was just swapping it out. Don't feed me that bull. What was that phone call all about? That business about how the only thing you could do was die? Tell me. Haha, just a joke. Yeah, fuck off. Oyama curled his lips into a faint semblance of a smile. Minorikawa wasn't buying it, and he didn't have time to press the issue. A cute little voice echoed through the editing office. Daddy, I'm back from the store. Little girl walking in carrying a length of rubber gas tubing. It was Toyama's 5th grade daughter, Hana. Teruo Toyama's only daughter, currently 10 years old. The night Hana was born at Shibuya Central Hospital, there was an unexpected fireworks display outside the window of the maternity ward. As he looked out at the bursting rockets, Teruo decided the name of his daughter, Hana, would be the Japanese word for fireworks, hanabi. Minorikawa stared. Toyama, you were planning on using that hose to... He hesitated to end the sentence with, gas yourself to death. What's with all these fucking games that we're playing that... Yeah, anyway. Well, you know, it's almost gas heater season after all. The hell it is. It was a beautiful sunny April day outside. Yeah. Well, you know how sensitive I am to the cold. This was getting truly ridiculous. Minorikawa got right up in his face. Listen, just explain to me what the heck is going on, okay? He kept his voice low, but his eyes were steely. Anna clung tightly to her father, gazing worriedly at the two men. No, it's just... Toyama let out a long, heavy sigh of resignation. Wait, so... he sent his daughter off to go buy this, you know, tube. While also, you know, trying to hang himself. Was he just expecting his, like, 6-year-old daughter to find him? Are you fucking serious? Fucking hate it. To progress further, you need to jump from another protagonist. Sometimes jump keywords might be hidden within a tip. A man named Junichi Yanagashita shows up in Tama's story at 11:20. And he lets out a sigh like Toyama's. Try checking the tip for that sigh. What does that even mean? I don't understand. This one? Okay. I guess we can keep doing this one. What did they mean by that sigh? We choose a different one here. Oh, we got a few options. I thought we tried these. I decided to rock my head back and forth good and hard. Rah, gah, What gives? It won't come free no matter how hard I try to buck it off. And to make things worse, now I've got this dull throbbing pain at the back of my head. Like I bumped my head somewhere, but I don't remember doing that recently. Shuri flashes me a curious look. What are you doing? She asks. I thought maybe I could at least get the head off. I try pulling again, refusing to give up. That ain't gonna work. This thing's attached to the body. Yeah, we did this. Why did it say that we hadn't done them yet? Yeah, we've even read the things, like... wonder if it's changed. I don't think so. Yeah, we've read all of this before. Sudden wailing comes from the other side of the door. Please just give me time, I swear I'll give it back to you. What the heck, Chiri says. Is that the boss? I nod. It's definitely Mr. Yanagishita's voice. He's the guy who hired me sliding alongside. Yeah, we've still read this. Was it this guy that they mentioned? Can't remember. Yeah, we've definitely read this because those things are still, like, marked as read. I guess just... go to the bad end and see the hint. So I haven't been looking at the hints because they kinda... Probably wouldn't have quote Yanagishita. Okay, so someone tells the thugs how to get there. I'm confused. Brain no worky. Did it say Kano? How do I? Did someone say 11:30? Oh, is this one? Okay, maybe. Oh, we can't fucking. Maybe we can just read what it said again. I wish we could make it go faster, like go through everything we've read already. I'll read it better next time. Hopefully it shows the instructions again on what to do. Like, I hope it wasn't just a one-time thing. Does it keep any records of the bad endings? I couldn't work it out on the menu. Sorry we have to go through all this again. Okay, here we go. It fucking didn't show us the instructions again. Now I don't know what they mean by it. I really hate that. I guess we could do this one. The man with the cane aimed his gun at Hitomi, his face devoid of emotion. Please, the girl said, trembling. Why are you doing this? But the man did not reply. Quickly, Archie stepped in between Hitomi and the gun, spreading his arms wide. Stop, he said in English, one of the few English words he knew. He quickly reverted back to Japanese. Who the hell are you? Still, the man did not respond. You know this guy, Hitomi? No. Archie was sure he'd never seen the man either. What are you after, money? Because if you are, boy, you're wasting your time chasing us. The man furrowed his brow, adjusting his point of aim to Archie's face. His bloodthirsty gaze left Archie no doubt that he was willing to pull the trigger. Reflexively, Archie took a step back, his foot clattering against a discarded beer bottle. We're going to get gunned down for sure, unless we can find a way to catch this guy off guard. It didn't need to be much. If Archie could just distract the gunman for a moment, buy himself the briefest window. Shoot me then. Go on, do it. He stepped forward as he shouted, hoping the I know this word. Like it's provoke. Provocation. Provocation? It doesn't sound right. It would confuse the guy for just long enough. Even as Archie moved, the gunman's attention would distract for an instant by a sudden sound. The phone in his breast pocket was ringing. Seeing his chance, Archie Lunged forward in an attempt to wrest the gun away. Snatched up the beer bottle and swung it at the assassin, grabbed Hitomi and ran. Fucking beer bottle, let's go. Seeing his chance, Archie snatched up the beer bottle and swung it at the assassin. The man narrowly avoided being struck, but he staggered wildly off balance. Hitomi. Archie grabbed her by the hand and dashed out of the club. The two sprinted away through the side streets and alleys of Shibuya. Archie began to feel as if they were running some maddening maze. Before long, the two had made it almost as far as Aoyama. Wait up. Huh? Archie, wait up. Archie glanced back at Hitomi. Ah, my bad. Guess we've been running pretty hard. You tired? Hitomi shook her head. No, it's just, I have to get to Dogenzaka. Dogenzaka? What for? What could you possibly need to do there now? Now that's what I was told when I handed over the attaché case. The man leaned in to whisper to Hitomi as he reached out for the case. You're going to do exactly as I tell you. 2 things. He wore a cool, feigned smile as if it was some casual conversation. Doge. First, you're going to Dogenzaka and get in the blue van there. Hitomi nodded wordlessly. Second, you will not attempt to contact either the police or your family in the meantime. His chilling tone brooked no argument. Just those 2 things and we'll let your sister go. Hitomi nodded again. The man flashed her a big bright grin. Okay then. Give me the money. A blue van in Dogenzaka, huh? Archie muttered. So that's why you said the police were a no-go? Yes, exactly. Hitomi's voice betrayed her desperation. I wonder if your sister's in that van then. If she is, then we've got to hurry. The issue lay in how to get to Dogenzaka. They could probably avoid the pursuer if they kept to streets only the locals usually knew about. That meant staying off the more well-trafficked routes like Roppongi Dori, or the stretch between Miyamasuzaka and the station. The side roads south of the station were their best bet. It was going to be a long detour. Alright, come on. Turning, Archie headed back to the way they came. After a moment's confusion, Hitomi followed. Archie? There was a note of worry in her voice. Hey, don't sweat it. I actually live in Dogenzaka. We're heading right back to my old neighborhood. Hitomi bowed her head. Thank you so much. Hey, it's no problem. I had to head home anyway. Archie gave her a grin and she cracked a tiny smile of her own. Hey, you two. You got a minute? Uh-oh. Archie looked around. The pair of men approached from across the street. There was something shady looking about them. Archie's protective instincts kicked in and he stepped in front of Hitomi. If these guys meant trouble, they wanted to be ready. We just want to ask you something. The younger of the 2 men drew in closer, a sharp gleam in his eyes. It's the Dad's gang members. Yeah, I think they're the guy that were with the mascot's boss or something. Is that them? Archie braced himself. Ask us what? You know where the Nokane building is? Yeah. Men held up a flyer. It was for some sort of health food sales demo. Come on, man, the Nokane building. You know where it is or not? Archie knew the name. Wasn't that one of the buildings on Center Guy? That was near Dogenzaka, the same direction he was going. No harm in helping a couple lost dudes. Archie pointed them in the direction of Center Guy. I don't like the thought of these two following Hitomi and me. Archie pointed them in the opposite direction from Center Guy. Let's point them in the opposite direction so they don't show up and, you know, bully that, take the boss away. I don't like the thought of these two following Hitomi and me. Archie pointed them in the opposite direction from Center Guy. Pretty sure it's that way, he said. Oh, they're just good dudes. Sorry, man. Thanks, man. Sorry to bug ya. Bye, fellas. The 2 men headed off towards the main road. Archie and Hitomi hurried onward, following the sparsely trafficked side streets towards Jogenzaka. I don't think I even knew this part of Shibuya was here, Hitomi said, as she looked around. Yeah, a lot of people don't. I used to mess around this neighborhood when I was a kid. The area was a mishmash of run-down residence and office buildings. Almost nobody ever comes here unless they live or work in one of these streets. And check it out, over there, a rare first-hand glimpse of the Shibuya River. A minor river that runs from the Miyamasu Bridge on the to the Tengen Bridge, depicted in the 36 views of Mount Fuji by Edo period ukiyo-e artist Hokusai. In Hokusai's time, fireflies were collected from the Shibuya River and presented to the shogun, lending credence to the idea that the river was indeed clean. The river was indeed clean in the past. Play cat root after this? I will. Have you always lived in Shibuya, Archie? Yeah, born and raised. Archie bent down to pick up a piece of trash from the roadside. That's why I do this. It just pisses me off to see folks make a mess of this place. Picked up another piece of trash. I don't have a job, so I just pick up garbage every day. Man, what am I even doing? Like a cleanup even matters right now. Tommy took a long, hard look at his face. What? He demanded. What is it? You're a strange one, Archie. Is that so? She was right, of course. It was sort of strange collecting trash every day instead of getting a job. He had his reasons for it, but they weren't important right now. Right now, the important thing was getting Hitomi to Dogenzaka. Come on, he murmured. A sudden angry shout broke the silence as they hurried along. Hey, hold it right there. Archie and Hitomi stopped, but the shout wasn't directed at them. Further up the road, a group of thuggish-looking men were having some kind of argument. The man who was shouting had grabbed one of the others by the neck. Idiots, and you still got the gall to call yourself SOS? The Studs of Shibuya, a youth gang operating out of Shibuya founded by Achi Endo. Its current leader is Susumu Nishizawa. I mean, yeah, Susumu, but the other men standing around look distinctively uncomfortable. It takes money to run an organization. No, I know, and since it's not like you're Achi or nothing, I thought you could maybe spare some help on that front, boss. Yeah, I guess he founded it, but is no longer a part of it. The top dog, the man in charge, the head honcho, here refers to the leader of SOS Susumu. A change in leadership can really shake up an organization. The new boss's personality and disposition are a huge factor into whether the group continues to prosper. The fact that Susumu is being asked to spare some help on the monetary front suggests that he still has things to learn about being in charge. Hitomi looked at Archie when the stranger spoke his name. She smiled awkwardly, then turned back to the alteration. Shut your mouth, Susumu barked. How dare you say Archie's name in my presence? Hey, Archie called out. What was that about me? As soon as they saw him, the other men went pale. Archie kept his tone casual as he strolled up to the group. Susumu, you can't just give the guy a beat down in broad daylight. To mess someone up super bad, usually with punches and kicks. Super bad. Don't want to shock the upstanding people of our fair city. Archie. Susumu glared. Can we drop the pleasantries? Alright, Archie replied with a hint of sneer. You got it, Susumu. And I'd like to point out that we're not on first name basis. With that, Susumu turned and walked away. His buddies followed suit, leaving Archie and Hitomi alone again. Did you know that guy? Hitomi asked. You're gonna make a joke how he cleans the streets, but it turns out he legit was, yeah. His name's Susumu Nishizawa. And yeah, I know him, or I thought I did. I used to be friends way back. Me and those guys were all a part of the same crew, but I bailed a little while ago. Archie fell silent. To his great relief, Hitomi didn't pry further. This is a long chapter. I was changing position. I got caught on fucking cables. I got so many cables coming off me. I got my headphones, I got my controller, I've got my leap motion. Fucking controllers. Cables. Thank you for the wets. Thank you. Archie and Hitomi had gone a short distance further when they caught sight of a man picking something up along the train tracks. Huh, I wonder. Archie went over to him. Hey man, you picking up trash by any chance? Huh? The man let out a panicked shout. Taisei Yasuda, 35 years old, just opened up a knick-knack shop in Shibuya. Archie knows Shibuya like his own backyard, but this Yasuda guy is new enough that Archie doesn't recognize him. Sorry, I just kind of looked like... It just kind of looked like that's what you're doing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm picking up trash, of course. The guy seemed pretty unnerved. Like, I just got to thinking, man, this place is filthy. Right on, Archie clasps the man's hand in his own. Someone else who gets it. They do? Totally. I see this trash all over the place and can't stand it. Oh, yeah, sure. The man breathed a sigh of relief. I can't stand it when someone throws something away when it can still be useful. I hear that. That's the spirit, haha. Archie pulled out the trash he had stuffed in his pocket. Here you go. Huh? Go ahead, have all of it, the man looked dumbfounded. I usually go around picking up all the trash around here, but I've got a little thing to do today. You got it from here, I'm counting on you. What? Actually, I'm kind of... Great, thanks. Archie beamed in approval, then rejoined Hitomi and headed down the street. Your neighbors are burning plastic? Why? What are they doing? The man let out a sigh. Fine. Sipping through a narrow back alley, they came out near the top of Dogenzaka. Archie looked down the hill but didn't see a blue van anywhere. He and Hitomi started making their way down towards Shibuya Station. Hitomi muttered to herself, I don't see it parked around here. Her face twisted up in worry. It was a lot harder to find street parking closer to the station. Hitomi, hold up. Archie had a sudden idea. He darted to a nearby soba restaurant, motioning for Hitomi to follow. Heya, he called out to the proprietress, a sharp-eyed middle-aged woman. You're looking as lovely as ever today, I see. Oh, Archie. Are you done collecting trash for the day? The lady took a look at Hitomi, her eyes lighting up. Maki Yoneda. When she was 19, she happened to stop by this place and was captivated by the chilled curry soba. They're not the smartest people, okay. By day's end, she had decided to make the restaurant her new home, married the owner at age 22, and they managed the establishment together. Last year, her husband of 30 years passed away. Now she safeguards the generations-old secret of chilled curry soba on her own. Is this your girlfriend? Huh? Oh, no, it's nothing like that. The proprietress was undeterred. Oh, she looks just like a model. She's the splitting image of me at that age. My, Archie's got himself a girlfriend. I said it's not like that. The woman waved Hitomi over. Now, you know Archie's got a bit of a mouth on him, and he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but he's a sweet boy. Okay. Hitomi forced a polite smile on her face. We'll try to deny it, but don't you listen. Has he told you about Suzune? Ma'am, please, Archie jumped on the conversation. You gotta hear me out. Whatever's the matter, I'm just trying to talk up your good points. Have you seen a van parked around here? A van? Let me think. Yes, come to think of it, there was. A blue one, she added confidently. Hitomi leaned forward. Where is it now, she asked. Well, I'm not really sure. I don't keep a close eye on things outside, after all. Hitomi slumped. I see. I know it doesn't look it, but I've been quite busy today. The man who makes my noodles came by earlier to settle accounts, and we fought over it. No head for finances, that one. That's his problem, honestly. And to top off that, of course, my part-time Masa has to have today off, honestly. Masa, first-year student at Midoriyama Academy. A sweet young man who works as a part-time delivery driver for Dogan Hut and sends all leftover money to his mother out in the country. Lately, however, he's got himself a girlfriend and he's been sending money back home less frequently. His noodle house job doesn't pay enough to both support him and cover his dating expenses, so he's scheming for a way to make it rich quick. Archie frowned. Has she really seen a blue van, or was she just being chatty? Older women who ran tobacco shops or noodle houses did seem to have a knack for spotting details, but women of her age weren't always the most reliable. Might be the burning hammer noises. The plate noises. I'm sorry, Bumfluff is in the kitchen. Might be the burning hammer guy. I don't remember who that is. Oh wait. Is that the drink? I've already forgotten what it's called. Yeah, right. Older women who ran tobacco shops or noodle houses did seem to have a knack for spotting details. Archie decided to follow up some more. Was there anything unusual about this van? Well, let me think. The woman frowned, pausing for a moment in thought. Tell Mom to be quieter. It's unsettling me because no one is home and it makes you jump. I'm sorry. Just know that it is Bumfluff. Aha, a flash of recollection shown in her eye. That's right, now I remember. I think there was some foreigner sitting inside. Archie and Hitomi exchanged glances. Exchange glasses. Yes, I'm sure of it. The man who makes my noodles said he saw it too. It's in-game, is it? Was there anything else, Hitomi asked? Not that I can remember. Hitomi hung her head in frustration as they left the soba shop. Archie did his best to cheer her up. Hey, we might still find that car. Let's try waiting around for a while. Just waiting? What good will that do? It's possible that they went looking for you when you didn't show, Archie said. Maybe they'll come back, you know? He sat down on the edge of the planter outside the restaurant. Oh my god, that fish! Oh my god, I love it. The criminals already have the money, she said anxiously. Even Archie understood the implications. Now the crooks had the ransom, their hostage was nothing but a liability. Why take the risk of letting her go when they already had what they wanted? The situation was bad, very bad. Still, just running around Shibuya willy-nilly was only going to tire and frustrate them. Archie wanted to make sure Hitomi had the chance for a little break. We don't have anywhere else to look, so let's give it 10 minutes, okay? He said. Hitomi seemed unconvinced. She looked like she might march off down Dogenzaka at any moment. I understand how you must feel, but you know what they say. Slow and steady, stay in place. Hitomi burst out laughing. What's so funny? It's slow and steady wins the race. For real? Hitomi smiled, then sat down beside him. Alright, she said. We can wait here for 10 minutes. Cool, we've run enough races today already, right? Hitomi kept her eyes on the cars passing through Dogenzaka for a while, then she murmured softly to Archie. Thank you so much for everything, really. You can thank me after we find this van. I'm sure if I'd been by myself, I'd have been in too much of a panic to do anything. Oh, what can I say? I try and keep my head up and face things as they come. You're quite the optimist, aren't you? Archie grinned. He tried to recall what optimist meant, but he was pretty sure it had something to do with doctors, or maybe glasses. They shared glasses. They exchanged glasses. The shy, sweet look on Hitomi's face as she said it, though, made him figure it probably wasn't a bad thing, whatever it was. Big fish. Cars drifted by, one after another, but they saw no sign of a blue van. After a while, even Archie began to grow impatient. This was starting to feel like a waste of time, and then... Is it there? Is it there? Is it coming? Hitomi, look. There it was. Yeah! Alright. Cool. Alright, well, we're just about at 3 hours, so I might actually call it there. Because if I do another part, I think I'll be too tired. But yeah, thanks for coming, everyone. I hope you guys had fun. But next stream I will start off with the cat one. But yeah, I don't know. I was really tired like this evening, so I'm surprised I even got this far. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for coming. Alright, who are we raiding into today? Has Maho started her stream? Was she streaming tonight? I think she said she was. It was good, thanks for the stream. Thank you everyone for coming. Wasn't around a lot, had to cook dinner then rest just now because I got a headache. Oh, I hope your headache gets better. That really sucks. 10. Oh, in a couple minutes. Damn. You guys want to wait fucking 3 minutes for Maho to start? Yes, alright, we're waiting a couple minutes. Let's go to my chatting scene. Alright. Yeah, no, I'm really enjoying this game actually. I do like how we've discovered that if like you can change options even after you've done them to like change results elsewhere. Music's loud. The game's music, really? Let's fucking turn it down then. Okay, sorry. It shouldn't have changed between scenes. But yeah. Yeah, no, I'm having a lot of fun. It was very cool, realizing that you can do that. Menu just loud? Oh, sorry. We've been to the menu multiple times though, so no one said anything. I guess there's not much going on in terms of music and stuff in the other game, whereas this is just consistent music. Like in the actual game. Manny was playing a game that was very similar but more Shakespeare-ish. Which game was that? I'm curious. This is a 10-second loop. It fucking is. It can just go off. Never mind. Wait, no. Shit. Turn off. Yeah. Pet the taxi. Thank you for the pets, Diner. Elsinore. Have a look-see. Thank you for the pets. Elsinore is a time-looping adventure game Elsinore is a time-looping adventure game set in the world of Shakespeare's Hamlet. Whoa! Elsinore combines a strong social simulation elements, a dynamic story that reacts immediately to players' decisions, and a world full of diverse characters and secrets to uncover. Okay, yeah, no, I can see where you've gotten that connection from. How you doing, CJ? Did you come in earlier? I don't know if I said hello. If not, hello, and we're about to end in a couple minutes. We're just waiting for my friend to go live, and then we'll raid her. Yeah, sorry if I didn't say hi earlier. Sometimes I don't notice if people come in. But yeah. No, I'm enjoying it. You just arrived? Well, welcome. I'm sorry. I would have like literally been gone before you arrived because I was like, I need to find someone to raid, and then we're like, someone that we know is going to be live very soon, so that's why I'm here for a few more minutes. But yeah, so Monday we play Drakengard, which I'm having a lot of fun with, even though it's very scuffed. but I'm having lots of fun. You were in a friend's stream playing Mario Kart. Was it fun? I haven't played Mario Kart in so long. Where's my hands? Want hands. Whoa, there we go. Hello. But yeah, no, yeah, I'm really excited to play Drakengard. I'm having a lot of fun with that. I don't know. Last stream was really good. Had a good time. Alright. Should just double check to make sure Maho is going live. Let's have a look at the Twitters. Okay, it should be very soon. It should be. She hasn't done an update that she's not streaming. Wonder if Maho will pop in before she starts. I don't know. I will yell at her and tell her to start her stream so I can rate her. First time playing in ages too. You were able to win a few. Nice. Yeah, I haven't played Mario Kart in so long. I haven't played much Switch in ages actually. All the games that I've been playing on stream haven't been Switch games recently, so yeah. I was going to play the Crash Bandicoot games because I have them on Switch, but now that I have a PS1, I could play PS1 versions instead. So I don't know. I don't know what I should do. I guess I could ask, like, if you guys want to see the Insane trilogy, or if you guys want to see the original ones, because I'll probably do them eventually. But also, I feel the need to play the Switch version because I've not finished it on Switch and I own it on Switch. Play Ape Escape on PS1. I'll have a look. Escape. Ape Escape. Originals are more authentic. The remakes in Unity or in Unity Engine have wacky physics. Are you talking about Crash Bandicoot or Ape Escape? A platforming game. Yeah, I could probably play that. He's talking about Crash. I didn't have an issue with the Insane trilogy. I've played through the whole first game of Crash on the Insane trilogy. Yeah, it's not a one-to-one remake. People have said that the remake of Crash is a bit harder because of the different physics. But I don't know. I don't really care. I'm not super, like, I don't hold the original ones like mechanically like in memory like that. Like, I've played all of them, but I didn't notice any issues myself. And the issue in the Insane trilogy is Crash's hitbox is rounded on the edges instead of square. Crash 1 is harder than the original, the save system getting gems, but Crash 2 is probably easier on the original because of hitbox physics. That's true. Yeah, I don't think I ever finished Crash 1 on the original. I never actually owned it. I only played it at friends' places, but I did play Crash 2 and 3 in total. So playing Crash 1 full on the Insane trilogy was kind of like a like a new experience to it. Like, I'd only really done like the first island kind of thing. You know how you go through an island and then you go to another one or something? I'd only really done that much of Crash 1. She's live? Okay, let's go raid. Alright. If you guys want a copy, Taxi Raid beep beep, post it in the chat. That'd be great. Yeah, we're gonna go hang out with Maho. She is doing her 1-year streamiversary, which will be very cool. Thanks for the stream. Good night. Thank you for coming, everyone. Really appreciate everyone hanging out with me. Alright. Yeah. Say hi to Maho and say happy 1-year streamiversary. Alright. See you guys. Bye. Oh, what is going on with my other hand? Bye.